Hey, friend. They say don't go to Africa. It's going to be too wild. Don't live on an island. It's going to be the worst experience of your life. Everything's going to become chaotic. But I'm just here to let you know, ma'am, sir, you should do whatever you please, especially if you are called by the Most High, especially if He is giving you a vision, a measurement, a level of faith and trust, and the ability to do it and execute on your plans. Because I'm just here to tell you, so many people are like, would you ever live on an island again? Like, why would you really leave? Like, what's going on? And I'm here to tell you, I love islands. I would absolutely live on an island again. And most people don't know that Mauritius was not the first island that I've been to. So let's run back through memory lane. Welcome if you are new to the channel. Hey, this is Journey with Us. Hello. We are a digital nomad family of believers in the Most High, believers in Yahusha, believers in the blood of Yahusha, and Him coming to save us, not only to save us eternally, but also to send us into all nations until the end times come. That's our family belief, and we have kept that belief and sustained that belief by His grace, and it has sent us into plenty of nations in the world, which I'm about to break down to you today. So hit that like button, share this with the expats, share this with the people who need a measure of faith, who need a measure of, hey, the end is coming to America. I just saw a post today, and I'm going to go over this a little bit later, then I'll get back to my story. I saw a post about how the government is preparing to shut down in America. We see these outages hitting Arizona, Memphis, Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana. I mean, they're getting ready to completely shift the system. And I was talking to my good friend yesterday, because I'm making my rounds, because by the end of 2027, around the end of 2027, we are going to be leaving Mauritius. Okay, Mauritius, Africa, Paradise Island, one of my favorite, probably my favorite place in the world right now. I'm not even sure that my next destination will truly be able to contend with Mauritius, but I will be letting the members know. Subscribe to members only if you want to know where our family is going next, because I just believe you won't be able to guess it. But I have seen somebody in the comments guess it. I saw one person get it right. Okay, one person got it right. But the stuff that's coming to America, the end is here. You are seeing the rehashing, the reshaking before the great destruction comes, and it's not going to obliterate America off the map. Instead, the great destruction is you're going to have American humans in the West and in Great Britain and in all Western nations sitting there with the Neuralink in their brains, sitting around telling you, everything's fine, just got my Neuralink, everything's fine, the robots are serving us, everything's fine, we have the flock cameras everywhere. And you say, well, why do you travel? Why would you leave America? This is why. Okay, we are in the day, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man, for this reason. And people think it's just about parties, and that's why, if you would look closer at as in the days of Noah, you would see that there were like hybrids. There were like human giant type of situations, human animal mixture type of situations. And you may be like, that sounds too sci-fi. This is real life. When your government is telling you that they have documents on aliens, this is real life. Okay? This is real life. And ever since we received the call to leave Columbus, Ohio, and then to move to Africa, first Tanzania, we've been to Kenya, been to Zambia, been to Istanbul, Turkey, and an island nation in the Bahamas. We've been to the Bahamas. That was actually our first international destination with our children. Dang, I would like to find some of those pictures, but I don't think I'm gonna have our editor find those pictures for you. I'm sorry. We still have pictures from our cruise in the Bahamas. We were a very small family back then. We were a family of four going on five at that time. And that was the first time we got our children's passports to go down in the Bahamas in March. And y'all, it was so cold. When you book your Bahamas vacation, just know, don't book it in March. We were like, okay, spring break, we're on spring break real quick. This is going to be it. No, don't book it in March. But anyway, listen, that was our first time traveling internationally with our children. Okay, and I'd already been international before that as a small child, because I'm telling you, the way I grew up, I was just like traveling. Now, we owned our same property in this very wealthy community for years and years and years and years and years, got my inheritance, got all that stuff, and I still have family back in the States that are still holding other areas of our inheritance for us as we expand and grow older and invest in multiple territories. That's the reason why we travel. We have six children. And my idea, or I should say that idea the Most High graced me with, is that you can have these children inherit different things in different countries, okay? We have two girls born in Tanzania. They already have property there sitting there waiting for them. We have a child born in Mauritius that we would like to get some things situated for her in the future, okay? She's a little 4 month old. Say congratulations to her, Aria, which means the Lion of Yah. Praise Yah is actually 4 months old now. Okay, so she got her little passport. She's doing her thing. Okay, we went down, got her passport. She looks so adorable, so chunky, so cute. That is our little baby daughter. Okay, but yes, that's why it's called expansion. It's called traveling. It's called living your best life. It's called you are a human. You are not a rock. You are not a tree. You do not have to stay in one place. You should inherit multiple places, multiple jurisdictions. I mean, this is just how I grew up, honestly. We had a house in Ohio and we had a property in Indiana as well. And so we had two locations we could go. We would spend the school year in Ohio, then we would go to Indianapolis, Indiana in the summers, and we would go boat on the river and things like that. And I grew up in a community where that was very natural. Another close family friend, they had property in Ohio, and then they would go up to Maine, or you would have, even my husband tells me stories in high school, like he had friends that had property in Ohio, and they would invite him over to South Carolina. Like, that's just like we grew up very differently than most people that are African Americans in America. And so maybe there's just like a little lack of understanding about how other people live, but that's just very natural to me, especially growing up as a child, being born in Florida, my brother being born in Pennsylvania, traveling around, like that's just how it was. You would have your home base, but then you're expanding as well. And so for my generation and for what we do, we're entrepreneurs. So my dad used to be top marketing and sales at the company that he worked at, best telecommunications company during its time. I think it has a few contenders now. Okay, it's not the top no more. But he would get these huge sales commissions checks, and we would just go travel. We would go vacation. We would go have fun. We would live our lives because we are humans. That's what we're meant to do. We are not meant to be at a W-2 job for 900 years, and then you barely get to retire. You work yourself to death, and you don't live. You were meant to live. The reason we have a earth is so that you can go out and subdue the earth, okay? That's the reason the earth exists, so that you can go out as Adam did into the garden. It was supposed to be so perfect. It was supposed to be, you can get these fresh fruits from the trees. You're going to be living your best life, taking care of the plants, naming the plants, exploring. And if we are the redeemed of Yah, if we are truly the redeemed, why do we live as if we're cursed? If we truly believe that we are Yah's people, if we truly believe that the root word of Hebrew, Eber, Eber, literally means to cross over, why do we stay stagnant? Why do we wait for Uncle Sam? Why do we wait for corporate America to tell us, oh, you're allowed to do your 2 week vacation? Okay, let me get this mortgage. Oh, you're allowed to go and leave your house for 2 weeks, but you're not allowed to start business. Not, child, please. That is not the lifestyle that I live, okay? And, I'm just so excited, so blessed, so just, I can't even put into words what this next chapter is going to be like. Subscribe to members only if you're curious about the journey, if you're curious about where we're going to be in 2027, because this end of the year is just going to be amazing as we leave Mauritius. Man, Mauritius, look, if you're coming to Mauritius, it's going to change your life in such a way. Here's what I would tell you to do. Okay, let me give you a little itinerary. This is what I would do if I were you and I was coming to Mauritius. Okay, you're going to get your visa free 60, 90 days, whatever they give you on arrival. Okay, then you're going to go over to the botanical garden. Okay, you're going to go over to Pamplemouse's botanical garden. You're going to see this ancient flora and fauna. You're going to see the tortoises. You're going to see all the things. It's going to be such an amazing experience. Okay, then you're going to book yourself some time. It's something called Ile aux Surfs, okay? This is the best vacation spot. I went with my children, well, really our whole family, but me and our eldest 3 children went on the boating excursion on like the little, I don't know what they call these things. Are they like, they're like floating devices, but they're connected to the boat, and you're like swinging side to side. And I'm like telling the guy, slow down. He's like, go faster. I'm like, no, don't go faster. Slow down. We about to fall out into this ocean. It was just the experience of a lifetime. Like, Mauritius gives you the experience of a lifetime, okay? Going to the safari zoo, going through the roller coaster that they had, and my husband, he was like, no, get on this roller coaster. You need to go have fun. I'm like, child, I'm not about to get on that roller coaster. I haven't been on a roller coaster since I was like 12. Okay, I take that back. We did do like a road trip. Me and my husband, we did a road trip in Ohio. We went to Sandusky, Ohio. What is that thing called? Man, I can't even recall. What was that roller coaster place in Sandusky? If you're in Ohio, you know exactly what I'm talking about in Sandusky, Ohio. Drove up there just as a couple. So fun. That was back when my dad was alive. So he would watch the kids and we would just go on all these road trips and excursions, just the two of us, my husband and I. And so I say all this to tell you that your life does not need to be stagnant. Okay. I say all this to tell you and answer you, why would you leave Mauritius? Because I don't have to stay. That's the reason why. Because I can travel, I could come back if I please. I could travel, I could invest. I can't wait to come back actually when my youngest daughter, is a little bit older. But honestly, we still have to travel back to Tanzania one day because our other daughters, Gianna and Zakaria, were born there. And so I just look forward to when we come back to some of these areas of the world. And it's like, wow, remembering, dang, we used to live over here. We used to hike this mountain up here in Tonga, Tanzania. We have the cabin up there that's on this private property. Like, the Most High has just been good. Like, he has been like, I can't even fathom what he has done and then what he's going to continue to do. It's just mind blowing because I just never knew that I would live this kind of life. I never knew that I would have these kind of clients, the way that the business has exploded. And it always does this when we're about to travel. It just explodes right before us. But the way that it has exploded to the point where it's like, you don't have to work with small businesses. You don't have to work with medium-sized businesses. You have corporate clients now, like true vendor paperwork being signed, like top tier deals and negotiations. And this is why we try to tell y'all, look, if you want to know about business, if you want to know how to be a high paid consultant and use your career experience the way that my client, my private client is in Undeniable right now, which is my 3 month container, check out the link in the description. I'll use the page to Undeniable and you can read it and see what you think about it, see if you like it. And worst case scenario, you learn how to start your own corporate consulting business and you start consulting with these corporations, these government contracts. And I'm telling you, they don't care if you're in Mauritius. They don't care if you're in Tanzania. I have another story for you, actually. This was in Tanzania. This was in Tonga, Tanzania. And we would drive up the mountain. I was pregnant with Zakaria, super fit because I'm hiking up the mountain. Y'all, I do everything through Yahusha who strengthens me, okay? So I'm hiking up the mountain, sitting at the cabin. We're building the cabin, finishing some things up. And I'm sitting there and I bring our laptop because on the property, it has internet. It's the only place in that village that has internet. And it was just like we already purchased it. And it was just like that when we purchased it because that's just how it was. Because there's like this area over there, yada, 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 whatever. So I'm sitting down and I'm doing client work up there for a very, very well known DNA client. Now, if you're like, what kind of work do you do? Well, I keep telling y'all, I am the owner of a 10-year retention marketing firm that has gotten my clients 31.9 million today and counting in revenue. And this is a humble number. Like we've actually grown exceedingly more, but sometimes I try to keep it humble at that 31.9 million, okay? For the sake of understanding when I'm talking to people that may not understand advanced marketing and sales and corporate contracts, government contracts, all of those types of things. I'm on the mountain, I'm writing our emails, I'm doing the go-to-market strategy for this DNA company because we have a launch coming up and I'm just creating content. I wonder if we can find this and drop it in the video. It'd be so nice. If not, it's fine. But I'm writing this content from a mountain view in Tonga, Tanzania, in one of the oldest mountain ranges in East Africa. Like you can't make this stuff up. Like you really can't make this stuff up. Like I don't see anybody else online that does this stuff. And I just praise the Most High Yah because I look back at that time like, wow, I really did do that. And just in the moment, you're like, yeah, we got to finish the contract work. We got to go see what the builders are doing, but also like doing like other work for the other business, trying to figure out how we're going to situate this, get the campaigns launched, do our SMS strategy, write the content for that, schedule everything out, had like a $616,000 launch for that quarter. Absolutely fabulous. And if you're into case studies like this and you're like, how the heck do you do that, girl? I'd love to be able to do that. Just follow me at Tiffy G Writes on Instagram. I have case studies galore. Just sign up to my email list. I have case studies galore that I train and teach my one-to-one clients and my corporate clients these marketing and sales workflows. This is why we get paid so well, because we do marketing and sales very heavily, but we're not your average entry-level marketing and sales advanced systems that typically a bigger business, an enterprise level business would be interested in, okay? Sometimes we'll come back and do one-to-ones as our capacity is in alignment. But even right now, we'd probably have space for just one. And then it would probably be somebody that would want to start like at the end of September, to be honest, because we're just so busy right now with our clients right now. Like fall is always super busy in the marketing world because you have everybody in Q4 that's trying to launch their campaigns. We have back to school campaigns we're doing. We have education technology contracts that we do where it's like you have to get ready for back to school time every single year. Higher level knowledge, like dealing with universities, things of that nature, writing their website copy, working with the graphic designers, collaborating with the teams. And then the age of AI makes it really interesting as well because we get to leverage AI, but what we do in our firm, Tiffy Writes, what we do, we keep human judgment. Okay, that's our philosophy. Our philosophy is we retain human judgment. AI can create some stuff and help you like figure out what you're going to write, but you need to be a meticulous editor. You need to not just overly depend on AI. You need to actually bring emotion, empathy, human thinking into what you're doing. That is why these contracts pay so much, because right now in the arena that we're in the corporate world, marketing, just everything business, we are bombarded with AI crap, with crazy AI. Like if I see one more AI written email, and I know y'all don't be editing these emails because y'all all sound the same, all y'all sound the same. And I'm telling you, your subscribers may not unsubscribe and send you a message like, oh my gosh, I hate this. They're just not going to open. They're just not going to trust you. They're just not interested. They may still look at it if they feel like it, but they just don't feel that deep level of trust with you. Like, leave some room for humanity. This is my passion in life now. I'm just like, I feel like I'm on the front lines fighting for humans to be humans at this rate. That is why I show up as authentic as possible, just like what I'm wearing, hair in a bun, like not in some huge, and I could be in some huge office, like, but that's not what I desire to do. I don't think the world needs more of that fake, stuffy corporate marketing. We can all see people are wanting experience. They want authenticity. They want to know, what has your experience been like over the past 10, 15, 20 years? How can you bring that to the corporate marketplace? And then for you, how are you going to package that up and give it to vendors? Okay, so I know I started this conversation about why we travel, but I just had to go into that because that's what's on my heart. Marketing and business stays on my heart because I love business. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. Like as a child, I wanted to be a writer. And I am a writer. I'm a writer today, but it's a writer in a different capacity. I write books, I write ebooks, I write marketing strategies, I write poems, I write prayer, I write children's books. Like I write literally everything. Anything that there is to be written in any industry, I have probably written it for construction, real estate, e-commerce, DNA, education technology, government contracts. I have a few clients who are actually in supply chain, like they are trucking companies who needed their new website copy. And so that's just what I want to say today. That's what I'm saying today. That's what's happening coming into 2027. That's what our life is like right now after leaving Columbus, Ohio 6 years ago. Like we're going into our 7th year. And it hit me last night, okay? It hit me last night that going into your 7th year, this is a Hebrew biblical concept, is your rest. I was like, look at the Father. He says the 7th year, you may be unaware, but let me just educate you a little bit, if I may. When anytime you go into your 7th year, your seventh anything, that is the year of rest and rejuvenation. It's a year where you're not hustling, you don't have to do too much. And I just realized, like, oh wow, this travel year where we're literally traveling the world, traveling around the continent, traveling wherever we travel, that you're about to find out, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so relaxing. It's going to be the craziest. I just can't even believe it because I actually have my family with me as well that's traveling with us, have never done this before. And so I'm just excited for everything that's in store. You should be too. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow along. Check out members only if you want to know where we are heading in 2027. If you want to follow along, if you want to be behind the scenes and see how did they get these digital nomad visas? How do they do this? Where are these other digital nomad visas? What are they doing right now? Go ahead, subscribe. I'm going to give you like 10 seconds. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you should have subscribed by now. You should have hit up members only because it's like, where else are you going to get this type of content? Like, I'll be looking around like, I don't see no content like this, okay? I don't see no content like this, but I would like to see more content like this. I would like to see more families. And I'll leave you with this story that I was talking to my friend yesterday, and we're sitting just out at the park watching my children play. Her children are grown, okay? But watching my children play, and my family is there as well, my extended family. And she's like, yes, I can't wait to secure my 10-year residence here in Mauritius. And after that, I'm going to head towards Kenya. And after that, I'm going to check out Cape Verde and Sao Tome and Principe. And I'm going to travel and I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm like, man, this is what it's about. She's another believer. She believes in the Bible. She is a follower of the word. Like, that's who she is. And it's like the Most High has just restored his people in such a way that's just amazing, because she has that optionality. She has that ability to say, yeah, let me secure this residency, then you know what, I'm gonna go travel around. We have somebody else in our Say the Diaspora group. He goes between Rwanda and Mauritius, okay? Like, the Mauritius people, what we do here in Mauritius, let me just tell you, even the Mauritians, somebody walked up to my husband and they were like, yeah, I've been to the place you're going, and said the name of the country. He's like, you're going to love it. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing. I'm flying out as well. I'm about to fly out to Europe soon. Like, that's just the vibe. That's what we do out here in Mauritius, okay? That's what we do. Mauritians travel. One of our favorite taxi drivers, he's like, yeah, some of my children are in Ireland. I'm down here. They come and visit and bring the grandbaby. We go up there. And it just made me see what our future is with our children. Having our children in different territories in Africa, where some of them are going to be maybe in Tanzania or Kenya. Some might be in Botswana. Some might be in Ghana or something. Some might be somewhere else. I have no idea. Maybe somebody would go to New Zealand. I don't know. But I'm so excited for that. And Mauritius just gave me that ability to think on a deeper, higher level, to see a different way of life. Because as I told you, Ohio, Indiana, Florida, that was cool. Pennsylvania, cool. All over the East Coast, that's great. Been to New York, been to Harlem, all the things, fantastic. But it's different when it's international. It's so much different. It's so much more beautiful. It's so fun. It's so fantastic. But that's it, because if I keep talking, I'm going to be talking into, I don't know, I'll just be talking too long to you, because this is one of my favorite topics. Shalom, shalom. I'll see you in the next video. Check out the Introvert Marketer. Check out the Cash Flow Emails playlist. Check out Undeniable, link in the description if you are curious. And follow me on @TiffyGWrites on Instagram. See you in the next one.